All right, today we're going to talk about the 3 things that you need to know about for the 2020 market as a seller. So stay tuned and we'll tell you all about it. All right, so here we are at the end of 2019, and so I want to talk to you a little bit about the seller's market coming up in the next year, 2020. And so the 3 things that we want to talk about today, the first one is going to be prices. Now, what we saw this past year in 2019 is that prices actually rose, and we're going to talk specifically about New Hanover, Brunswick, and Pender County just to give you a reference point. So in New Hanover County last year in 2019, home prices rose 7%. So that's extremely healthy for the price rise in our area. Then you would look at Brunswick County was a 3% increase, and Pender County was a 4% increase. And so why is that important? We obviously know that right now prices are on the rise, but as we talk about the next factor, there's some things we need to be aware of in that. So, in a nutshell, yes, we can expect that we should see a continued slight rise in prices for any of you that are thinking of selling in 2020. But as we talk about number 2, which is we had more expired listings this year than we did in previous years. So what that means is that yes, our prices are going up, but at the same time, we had a lot of people that overpriced their homes, and the buyers went in and they decided to pass them by, and those homes wound up not selling. So, it's easy to think as a seller, oh, prices are going up and I can put whatever price tag I want. And that's really not necessarily the case, because what we still need to work on, unless it's a cash buyer, we need to deal with appraisals, and we need to make sure that we're pricing your home strategically so that you can get that that benefit out of the home price rise, but not price yourself out of a sale. And then, then you're not achieving anything that you were trying to achieve at all. So that is the key component, is we just need to make sure that, we don't become a expired statistic, that your house didn't sell. So if you're thinking about selling, next year, I invite you to call me and let's look at your house and let's talk strategically about what we can get for your house and how we need to price it and why we price it that way to achieve the results. And so the last thing I would say, and this is kind of a two-pronged note, is when we talk about home prices, anything sub 300,000, that is where there's really going to be a shortage of inventory. So if you're selling a house and you're in that price point, there's going to be much higher demand for your home, and the likelihood for you to sell it a lot quicker is going to be there. And then on the converse side, if you have a house that's going to sell over 300,000, you're going to be competing more with new home construction. There's going to be more inventory in the marketplace. So while it's not out of the realm of possibility that we sell your house quickly, the sheer supply and demand is going to obviously factor in. And so there may be that possibility that a home in that value point is not going to sell quite as fast. So these are just some things to be aware of in the upcoming market for 2020. But as always, if you're thinking about selling, or if you have thoughts and you want to call us and talk about what your home has to offer price-wise, what we can get, or also if you're thinking about downsizing or moving into a bigger home, obviously you're going to want to know what you need to be aware of for both listing and buying a home. So we're always here to help, so please reach out to us if you have any questions at all. And we look forward to seeing you in 2020. Have a great new year, and we'll see you soon.